Today we're going on an epic adventure to explore something truly massive, something that makes regular volcanoes look like tiny pimples on the Earth's surface. We're talking about supervolcanoes. Now, when you hear supervolcano, what's the first thing that pops into your head? I bet for many of you it's Yellowstone, right? That massive park in the United States famous for its geysers and colorful hot springs. And you're not wrong. Yellowstone is a supervolcano, and it's definitely the most famous one. But what if I told you Yellowstone is just one piece of a much bigger global puzzle? The Earth has a whole secret club of these giants, and today, we're going to uncover their secrets. So what exactly makes a volcano super? Imagine a regular volcano, like the ones you see in movies, with a cone shape and lava flowing down its sides. That's a classic. But a supervolcano is a completely different beast. It's so powerful that it doesn't just build a mountain, it blows a mountain away. When it erupts, it leaves behind a gigantic crater called a caldera. Think of it like a huge sunken bowl in the ground, sometimes stretching for dozens of miles. The eruptions from these giants are on a scale that's hard to even imagine. Geologists, the scientists who study rocks and the Earth, have a special scale to measure volcano eruptions, called the Volcanic Explosivity Index, or VEI. It goes from 0 to 8. A friendly little eruption might be a 1 or 2. The famous Mount St. Helens eruption in 1980 was a V5. A super eruption? That's a V8, the biggest one on the scale. That's at least 1,000 times more powerful than the Mount St. Helens eruption. Instead of just lava, it blasts enormous clouds of ash, rock, and gas high into the atmosphere, so high that they can travel all around the world. Okay, let's leave Yellowstone for a minute and take a trip across the globe. Our first stop is Italy, home of pizza, pasta, and a supervolcano hiding in plain sight. It's called Campi Flegrei, or the Phlegrean Fields. It doesn't look like a volcano at all. It's a sprawling, sunken area right next to the city of Naples. People live and work right inside this ancient caldera. For thousands of years, the ground here has been slowly rising and falling, almost like the Earth is breathing. Scientists watch it very, very closely, because even small changes could be a sign of what's happening deep underground. It last had a major eruption tens of thousands of years ago, but it's still very much an active system. Next, let's fly over to the other side of the world, to Indonesia. Here we find the incredible Lake Toba. This isn't just any lake. It's the largest volcanic lake on Earth, filling the caldera of one of the most powerful super eruptions ever known. About 74,000 years ago, the Toba supervolcano unleashed an eruption so colossal it plunged the world into a volcanic winter that lasted for years. The amount of ash it threw into the sky was staggering, blocking out sunlight and causing global temperatures to drop dramatically. It was a tough time for early humans living back then. Today, it's a beautiful, peaceful place, a giant scar on the Earth's surface that reminds us of its incredible power. Now let's head down under to New Zealand. The North Island is home to the Taupō volcanic zone, and right in the middle is Lake Taupō, another gorgeous lake that's actually, you guessed it, a supervolcano caldera. This volcano has had two of the world's most violent eruptions in recent geological history. The most recent super eruption, about 26,500 years ago, was so big it covered most of New Zealand in ash. It's a stunning reminder that these powerful forces of nature are found all over our planet, not just in one famous park. So we have Yellowstone in the US, Campi Flegrei in Italy, Toba in Indonesia, and Taupō in New Zealand. And there are others, like the Long Valley Caldera in California, and some ancient ones in places like Japan and South America. It's like our planet has these hidden power spots, these giant magma chambers simmering miles beneath our feet. Now I know what you might be thinking. This sounds a little scary. Should we be worried about one of these giants waking up? Well, here's the good news. Super eruptions are incredibly, incredibly rare. We're talking hundreds of thousands or even millions of years between them. The chances of one happening in our lifetime are extremely low. It's like the difference between getting caught in a rain shower and getting struck by lightning. Rain happens all the time. A major super eruption is a very, very rare event. And here's the other cool part. We have amazing technology and brilliant scientists all over the world who act like planet doctors, constantly monitoring these supervolcanoes. They use satellites to watch for changes in the ground shape, even tiny ones the size of a coin. They use seismometers to listen for tiny earthquakes, which can be a sign of magma moving deep below. They also measure the gases coming out of the ground and check the temperature of hot springs. It's like giving the volcano a checkup. All this data flows into volcano observatories 24/7. So, if a supervolcano did start to show signs of waking up, we wouldn't be taken by surprise. Scientists believe we would have warnings for years, maybe even decades, before a major eruption. This would give people plenty of time to prepare and move out of the way. It's not like in the movies where a volcano suddenly erupts without any warning. In the real world, science gives us the power to see it coming. Learning about supervolcanoes isn't about being scared, it's about being amazed. It shows us that our Earth is a living, breathing, dynamic planet. These massive volcanic systems have shaped our world, creating incredible landscapes, rich soils for farming, and even affecting the course of life itself. They are a fundamental part of the story of our planet. From the bubbling mud pots of Yellowstone to the beautiful vast lakes of Toba and Taupō, these places are natural wonders that tell a story of immense power and geological time. They remind us that there's so much more to our world than what we see on the surface. Deep beneath our feet, incredible forces are at work, constantly reshaping our planet. And thanks to science, we're able to understand them better than ever before. So the next time you think of a volcano, don't just picture a cone-shaped mountain. Picture the hidden giants, the supervolcanoes, scattered across our globe, each with its own incredible story. They are a powerful, awe-inspiring part of what makes our planet so special. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey today. I hope you learned something new and had fun doing it. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more amazing things about our world, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments which supervolcano you think is the coolest. Stay curious and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.